Alright, so we are running here. We're running.
Oh, we're
to get to the next story mission. Let's see what we have to do. What could we possibly have to do? Perhaps we have to fight Uruk the Virgin! Or maybe we have to take on Yggdrasil the Wizard Man!
You monster!
Ooh.
Who even is that?
Intel Kuga Luga the Booga!
Were you gonna say Newt Scamander?
Ooh, Newt Scamander! Newt Scamander!
You say nude Scamander.
Yeah.
You know, I'm getting really sick and tired of this disrespect.
What disrespect? I love Lord of the Rings. Big fan. Big fan. Big, huge fan of Lord of the Rings.
Huge fan.
Huge
fan.
Dude, these brutalized kills are
the greatest.
brutal.
The brutal. They're so good, dude. And then if you get a juicy rune on there, you can make people run away even faster.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times I'll still chase them down and kill them even if they run.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm a jerk.
And it's an easy kill. Because they're running.
It is a very easy kill, that is true.
They're a bunch of wheenies. Ooh, you're going to go see the main man, Hirgon.
Do you like Hirgon?
I do like him.
He seems kind of meh.
He's okay. He's kind of like, I don't know, he's just okay. That's all I got for him.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I don't know, he's living in a mine and stuff. It's kind of a creepy guy.
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
I don't know, he's a weird.
0 out of 10. Hirgon, 0 out of 10. Would not swipe right again. Ooh, why is he keeping this?
I would swipe right on that.
We obtained some valuable information from this one before he lost his head.
These grunts know nothing. We're wasting precious
time.
Wasting time. We have learned where they are keeping our blasting powder.
What need have I of blasting powder?
It's all part of the plan, my friend.
Whatever leads us to the Black Hand is my only concern.
So anxious to find the Black Hand.
What's the Black Hand?
The Black Hand? That's the guy who killed you.
Oh. Interesting.
Luck, the Uruks have yet to discover the secrets of the
Yes,
blasting
so
powder.
the guy who killed you in the beginning is the Black Hand. Then there's the tower, and there's one other.
Is the
guy.
tower
The
one of
enemy
the
gathers at
2
Uruk's
towers?
No, he's actually a person called the
Oh.
Tower.
Oh.
And then there's the hammer, actually. The hammer, the tower, and the Black Hand.
Perhaps we can take a more stealthy.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Oh, I wasn't compelling enough.
No. I got it. I think I got it.
Oh.
Let's go distribute some grog.
It's toxic and is good for one
grog.
thing.
Are you technically distributing drugs if you're distributing grog?
Well, you're drugging the grog. You know,
When I deserted the Black Gate, I fell sick.
I feel like J.R.R. Tolkien would have a problem with this game.
You think so?
Yeah,
I disagree.
It's very dark.
It's super dark.
It's much more dark than it
Only
is.
so many caps my wife could have been taken to.
Well, Lord of the Rings is pretty dark.
Well, do people drug each other in Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
I guess that's a good point. No one really got Cosby.
Do
in Lord of
orcs
the Rings.
rape each other in Lord of the Rings?
We can only hope so.
I don't know if that
I
happens
didn't see
here.
that either, yeah.
Does that happen here?
I don't think so, no.
I thought it was implied.
Well, it very well could be. I don't want to say no,
Uruks.
but
Careful, Ranger.
no. The answer's no.
I'm gonna just move on.
Okay. I think you're
I
making the right choice.
I got things to say. They're not good. Let's just move on and not continue that line of thinking. I'm a big fan of the stealth.
The stealth is brilliant.
Yeah, okay,
You
I
guys
didn't
don't.
ask you about it, but
You're right.
I am a big
Sorry.
fan of it.
I need to read it. Just really rein it in.
Yeah, you're getting out of control.
I know.
This is why you're getting phased out.
I know.
By 2017, you'll be out of the JCU.
It's been a really slow and painful process. I mean, it's really been like watching the DCEU in real life.
The J Cinematic Universe will phase you out
It really will.
gracefully.
It's gonna hurt. I actually like the DCEU. I refrain from that comment.
We'll kill you off very
slowly.
No, like very just terribly, like
Oh.
off camera. Or we'll just drop a piano on you in a post-credits scene.
You're gonna 2.5 men me?
Yeah.
That sucks. I guess it's fine. You
Look,
did
this guy's
chase
just
him.
getting away.
Why are you chasing him?
I'll give him something to remember me by.
Right in the back. You didn't even kill him.
Oh, wait.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
That's a good
two
kill.
of them.
Good kill.
How do those arrows hit him if they're not real?
They're a mix of real and fake news.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're CNN and Fox.
They're a nice blend, yeah. So I don't know.
JK, CNN and Fox, please don't sue. I'm sure you're both real news. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
Don't take it out of context.
Allegedly.
Don't take it out of context.
Take it out of context.
No, everybody already did that to PewDiePie.
That was a good troll.
We don't need that.
No, we don't need that. YouTube's never been the same.
It hasn't. Woo! Hithless, the flowering bush. That's what they called.
That was your nickname in high school.
No, not me. A good friend of yours.
Oh.
Or perhaps a female friend.
Oh. No. The flowering bush.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, they definitely didn't call that with George W. or George H.W.
No.
It wasn't the flowering bush.
No. The man who almost choked to death on pretzels.
Yeah, that was not the flowering bush.
Do you remember that?
No, I never heard about
Yeah,
that.
he actually almost choked to death on pretzels.
What kind of pretzels? A big
just
one?
Just a hard pretzel.
Oh. Well, I can see that. Those are hard.
Do you think George W. Bush was a man-child?
Go on. Wait, explain yourself.
Follow me.
I don't know. I always... It's just...
It's a fair question.
I think it's just something I saw on like South Park one time that just makes me think of him. No, it was a Family Guy. It makes me think of him as a little kid.
I could honestly, I think he's got to be like 60 years old now, right?
Where did you acquire
I'm sure
this
he's a nice
rusty
guy.
powder?
He seems like a nice
Traded
guy.
for it.
I just
Really bad with the media.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And his speeches are memes.
Hey, so here's a question for you. They talk all about dwarves and wizards and all that stuff. Where are they?
Dwarves and wizards?
Yeah, they actually mention them in this game.
Yeah, they do. They totally do. And Saruman gets mentioned, and he's like the greatest wizard.
So is it just because we're in Mordor? There's none of that stuff.
No, they're technically so like dwarves obviously don't show up, but
Not in Mordor.
well,
Actually,
actually
they're not in the region, right?
they're not in Mordor. You actually will see. I take that back. You do see a dwarf. It's later though, and there's not like a ton of them. It's just like one dwarf that you meet.
So do you think that they purposely avoided like putting in character? Like, how do I put this?
To wait for the sequel, do you mean?
No, I don't even know about waiting for the sequel. I mean, like, do you think they purposely alluded to having characters in this world and didn't put them in there out of, like, effort? Like, we don't want to put in magic systems, so don't put in any wizards, like, stuff like that. That is just going to be a conjecture on your part.
I think
That's what it felt like.
that's an interesting point. I think they had a certain direction they wanted to go with this game, and they also wanted to connect it with the Lord of the Rings lore in the world. And so, making connections with dwarves Gollum, that's a decent addition.
Well, yeah,
with
because he's a
Andy Serkis.
hobbit.
Yeah.
Was a hobbit.
Was a hobbit. Now he's just this weird
Do you
guy.
meet hobbits at all?
No. No, it's
Because
pretty much...
these are not spoilers, in my opinion. This game's been out forever. I'm not
Right.
asking you how it ends.
Right.
I'm just asking you, like, who we meet.
No, yeah, and it's...
Because it's odd that, like, there's so many of these creatures that are just not here.
No, and that's... I don't know. When
I figured it's because of the region, but I don't know.
No, I was thinking. I honestly I didn't think about that. I when I played through, I just thought like the mentions of them, like in a mission, Gollum mentions the Baggins. You know, he says those filthy Bagginses or whatever, and then they have a mention of Saruman, but they never show them.
Right.
So, but then again, this is taking place between the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings,
And in the region of Mordor.
right, which is
a
orc
outcast region.
Uruk infested wasteland.
So does 2 just take place in Mordor again, do you think? Or is it... Like, I feel like there should be bits of it... I don't know how to say this. Like, Mordor is cool, but, like, this is the majority of Mordor, isn't it? Like,
That's pretty much
the region here?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's implied. That
So-
this is Mordor.
So, like, how would you set multiple games only in Mordor? That would be a question that I would have. Like,
Yeah.
at a certain point, it's like, well, we've been here. It's not like Assassin's Creed where it's like, we're in Italy, now we're in this part of Italy, now we're in Venice, a different place, now we're in, like, all these different regions. It's like, well, this is Mordor, we saw it.
Right.
And it doesn't change.
No,
Unless,
and
I mean, there's earthquakes, they said, but that wouldn't, like, drastically change the entire map.
no, and they could just leave this in and make some changes, but Middle Earth is a big place, so there are still quite a few ways. They could go to Gondor.
Right.
They could go to where the elves are. I always forget where that is, but
Yeah, but there also needs to be
Rivendell,
stuff to
sorry.
kill.
there does. And see, that's that.
What about the mountains?
The mountains, that's...
Because aren't the mountains going to be in there because the Spider Queen is in there? And they ran into her in the mountains that Frodo went through, didn't they?
Soon it will be
I thought it was
impossible not to succumb.
Maybe it was the mountains. I haven't seen them in a while. I thought it was the jungle.
I had thought when they traveled through the mountains, they ran into both the Balrog in the caves, and they ran into the spider later, like in the second movie when they went through different mountains.
They definitely ran into the Balrog in the caves, and I know they ran into the Spider Queen. I don't know for sure where that was, though. It's been a long time since I've seen those movies, actually. That's an interesting question. I don't know. But I think...
Well, I mean, I think it's fairly obvious we're not Lord of the Rings experts here.
No, but I'd be curious to see how big that new map is going to be for Shadow of War.
Are you looking at that right
Yeah,
now?
I'm going to check it out now.
I'm interested in... By the way, this is terrible. I'm going to tell you this right now. This running alongside him thing is garbage. You can't run the same speed, so you just have to stop a lot of times and wait.
Yeah, I tested it too. Sometimes they'll just like you don't have to press anything. He'll just walk with them.
Sometimes, but not always.
Not all the time.
That was added in with AC, and I thought it was just going to be a thing here, but it didn't last.
No, and
by the way, this is like the worst mission in the game so far.
Yeah, and honestly, this was probably my least favorite in the entire game. And there's another one similar to it, but really, a lot of the games a lot of the missions throughout are a lot different than this. And then it's just, hey, here's a camp, take them out. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So you're looking at the map size. I'm a little worried, if we're talking about Shadow of War, I'm worried about the microtransactions, because I don't know if I talked to you specifically about this, because we didn't make a video on it, because I didn't know about Mordor at the time, really. Like I hadn't even played the first game, so I didn't have input I could give.
Right.
But they are adding Nemesis system characters into those boxes, the loot boxes you can buy. Like, there's going to be Nemesises tied to the box system.
Yeah.
Where you can, like, get a Nemesis through the box system. It seems really bad.
And that's one thing where, with Shadow of Mordor, it was just, there wasn't that. There was no microtransactions.
Now we probably made the game way less profitable.
I think they were just kind of, I don't think they expected this to be as successful as it was. It got a Game of the Year edition. It's amazing. And it's a great game. But then you
got it for free.
Well, yeah, exactly. Or like $4 on the store.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was $4, yes.
Which is still a killer deal for a Game of the Year edition. But with Shadow of War, I get it because there's hype. And I think this, and people say it all the time, and I've said it quite a few times, this series reminds me so much of the Arkham series. And that in Arkham City didn't go towards microtransactions.
Everything reminds you of Arkham, though.
No, but this is like, they didn't expect Shadow of Mordor to do as well as it did. No one really expected Arkham Asylum to be as big as it was.
No, it was just going to be another Batman game.
Right, and the hype for Arkham City was huge. Same with Shadow of War.
But microtransactions never invaded Arkham.
Right.
Oh no, you know what?
Except for like the DLC and some of the skins.
Origins had crates you could buy, didn't it?
They did.
For
online.
For the online. And then somehow that got abandoned, even though it was fun.
Yeah, and they took it down.
It was fun.
Stupid. But yeah, I don't know. I
hope fan servers pop up eventually for that on PC.
That'd be really nice.
Because like in 5 years, then you could get together a bunch of friends, like 8 people, and just play on a fan server.
It's so fun. I actually really like that online.
I miss it. But yeah, I guess I just worry about that because like this game, there's things that I wish were here, actually. That I do wish they added. Like, I wish there was some more NPCs to talk to. And, like, I would have preferred, like, I don't know if you care about, like, what I'm even saying about this. Like, I mean, it's, like, hindsight, you know what I mean?
No, I do,
like,
yeah.
Like, because, like, it doesn't matter. The game's been out for years. I was just going to say, like, if you had merchants that you could buy, like, new weapons from...
A new weapon system, you mean? Yeah.
And clothes, instead of just sticking with, like, these skins, if you had customizable clothes, that would be cool. It would add a lot to the world. If you had loot you could find in chests, like, hidden in these orc strongholds, there's just, like, these little things that, like, I think would just be icing on an already amazing cake. But...
Right.
I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm just saying, like, even, like, if I wanted to get nitpicky, I'm just saying there are things I could find with this that I feel like would improve the game still. But, like, there's nothing overwhelmingly bad here at all. Like, there's nothing that I look at and I'm like, well, that sucked.
Right.
There hasn't been a single thing yet.
There's no way you could make a how to fix it, video.
No,
like
absolutely
this.
not, because there's no fixing to be done. There's things that I think could add to the world, but that's not fixing it. It's already good. Nice how to fix it plug, by the way. I appreciate that.
Oh, of course. Nice little plug. Check it out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm.
Do you know what I mean though? Like if you find like the occasional village of like freed people, and like you could either build that up or like at least buy from merchants there.
Yeah.
Or like you could like get like outfits and stuff. Like those things would add charm to the game, but they wouldn't fix it. There's nothing wrong here. And my problem is that adding in those microtransactions is adding an opportunity to screw everything up. It's adding another opportunity to get everything wrong when you already had it right.
Yeah, and that's my concern with it. Like you said, I think there's a lot of this game was so good that really it's just kind of adding to it and doing what you didn't have the capacity to do the first time. And by adding things like you said, like with the merchant thing, or adding more customizable options, like I loved the ability points and earning Miriam and doing that the way that I wanted to and customizing my guy as far as his power as I wanted.
Yeah, that was good.
But like different weapons and stuff, there wasn't that. So
it would just add to it.
It would.
That's the thing.
And I don't know if they'll do that just because of the whole Wraith World thing. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. And honestly, if they don't, that's fine. There's plenty of games that do.
Right.
Already. So it's not like we're lacking that in the world.
No.
It's more just like might be cool because even Zelda added some of that stuff where you can get all these different weapons and stuff. By the way, this was pretty graphic for
it got gnarly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just hope the microtransactions don't ruin it. That's my hope.
Come with me. Come on.
He's like, I ain't touching that.
It's me! It's Hirgon! Oh, my dear.
I thought I'd never see you again.
I knew you were alive. I knew it.
There will be more battles, Talion. But we will find our peace.
I really like that guy.
He's so cool.
I like him more than Talion, actually. The Bright Lord.
He's really cool, and you'll learn a lot more about him too. I mean, he's incredibly interesting, and there's a nice twist at the end. He's a great character. I really like Talion though. I think Talion's really interesting. But Celebrimbor, he's got a little bit more of a backstory that you'll find really interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's very interesting the way they spun him. They did a good job with all of this.